Set a collision course for adventure. This is Cosmopunk.
Glitch, a Starfinder in D&D 5e homebrew story, featuring the crew of the Leica 7.
I am Pan, and I play Baphomet, Captain of the Leica 7, displaced galactic idol, now in the body of a kobold android mystic, and determined to get it all back one way or another.
Hi, I'm RJ, and I play V the Vesk, who's the Leica 7's resident designer, mechanic, and over-enthusiastic van owner. They also have a drone familiar called Flyby.
Hey, I'm Cypher, and I play a small punky Yosoki otter named Ryder, operative and pilot of the Leica 7.
Hello, I'm Ty, and I play Radar, a cyborg coyote engineer and weapons officer aboard the Leica 7.
And I am Fringe, guest game master. Our party of heroes return to reality after logging out. There, the crew learns that the game ran in real time, and that their body's needs were not fulfilled while in game, as hunger, thirst, and other things struck them on their awakening. The crew are then ushered back to their individual rooms to clean up and ready for dinner with Mr. Gaxley. But before leaving, the crew learns that data from Dave was decrypted during their encounters in the system. While recovering in their rooms, Baphomet finds that her pet has escaped. Maximilian was then swiftly recovered with the help of Ryder. The crew were then escorted to Mr. Gaxley's private dining room before learning about the decrypted data and renegotiating their contracts. With their contracts being written up, the crew then head off to enjoy their evening, before returning to the game unaware of the secret decrypted recording Mr. Gaxley reviewed that evening after dinner. Chapter 8: End of a Long Rest. So, our story then will begin in the morning, the next day. What are you all doing?
Radar's going to get up, order several trays worth of breakfast again.
Long shower time.
Alright. So, let's start with our dear coyote friend. You wake up, you decide that you're going to call to get some food, correct?
Yeah, like yesterday.
Alright, pick up the phone. An operator says, "How may I direct your call?"
I'd like the breakfast people, please.
"Oh, but of course, sir." And then you hear a click. It transfers over and says, "This is the kitchen. How may we help you?"
This is Radar in room 403. Same as yesterday. Breakfast, please. All of it.
We have special requests from Mr. Gaxley that we would prepare your food in advance, so we will send it up right away.
How much?
Well, given the fact that you didn't eat all the last of it, we are at least sending
Didn't
you...
I?
You did not.
Terrible guests.
So we are sending you at least one of everything right now. If you require more, we will send you more in the future.
Get some, can you get some, like, shellfish in there or something?
But of course, sir, we will do that.
I know someone who'd like that.
Where
Thanks.
does he put it all? He's skinny as a rake.
Yeah, it turns out Radar's part black hole.
Who's got the bag of holding right now? Just check it for errant food.
Just spooned it.
Where did the shellfish come from?
Then we go to V. You V wake up to go take a shower. You notice there's another body in your bed, sleeping away.
I hope so. The other implication being he either stood V up afterwards or is dead.
No, he's sleeping. So, V going to take a shower then?
Yeah, he's going to give him a morning cuddle and then eventually drag themselves to the shower.
Oh,
That's cool. All right. And what are the other two doing?
Ryder would probably sort of wake up, do a big yawn and a stretch, throw back the covers. There'd be a bottle of champagne in the bed next to her that she's drunk. She'll go up, have a shower, and then get on the phone and ask for breakfast.
Same thing. You get an operator who asks, "How may I help connect your call today?"
Good morning. Can I order some breakfast, please?
"Oh, but of course." And you hear it click. You hear a waiting tone for a moment, and then suddenly you're connected. "This is the kitchen. How may we help you?"
Hello, this is room 402. I'd like some breakfast, please.
"Oh, but of course. We will send it up Although I must admit your partner, your coyote friend, apparently, has ordered the entire breakfast menu once again.
Oh, bloody hell. How does he do it? Oh, anyway, I'll just have sausage, egg, and capers, please.
Of course, we will have that sent up immediately.
Thank you. And yeah, she puts phone in.
Is Ryder in a bed that's like 30 feet in every direction for her?
Yes, for her. It's like that bed in at the beginning of Edward Scissorhands, where you got the tiny little girl in this giant bed.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Appropriately sized bed.
Baphomet, what are you up to?
Did Beth get her delivery of pet supplies?
You would have got that towards the evening. Yeah, when you came back, you would have seen that you got yourself a new cage and some other pet supplies that you requested.
She's been up, like putting it together and playing with Maxie while she waits for the others to get up.
All right.
She also took a very short shower, nowhere near good enough. So as soon as somebody else is awake, she's gonna go in there and say good morning.
Ryder's door is locked.
All right. So a little time passes, and Radar, you hear a knock at your door.
Oh, okay. Well, Radar's like dressed at least, and showered and clean, because he's a clean coyote, not a mangy Dorito. He'll go and open the door.
Well, as before with your last time here, you have a train of trays waiting for you at your door.
Fantastic. Bring it in, please. Just put it over there.
As the train goes on, one detaches from the train and heads for our dear Otter's room before knocking on her door.
Ryder sort of answers the door. She's got a bathrobe on and a toothbrush in her mouth, and she sort of opens it. Oh, right from here. Thank you.
It's a male human who wheels it in for you and parks it before bowing and leaving you to your breakfast.
Ryder sort of looks down the corridor again of the train going into Radar's room. Just goes back in and has a breakfast.
By now, I don't know how long you want to take a shower, but you can hear Crunch starting to shuffle as he notices that you're missing. And he starts getting up.
I reckon V's probably going to finish their chat, and then about that time, both they and Crunch will probably have smelled like the train of food going to Ryder's room. Radar's room, sorry, and are planning the invasion.
Oh, yeah.
Complete with a board with some little shuffle pieces. And like, so you approach from this door, I'll approach from this door.
You know
There's only one door.
You can't stop all of us.
You just have to ask. You know this.
Yeah, but
Every morning we have breakfast. We go through this rigmarole where you try and invade my plate, and I can just tell you, just take it.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
It's Vesk instinct to want to invade things.
Yeah.
Crunch is planning to go via the window.
We're in space.
That's why he'll never suspect it.
And more likely he would approach, they would do a breach.
God.
I like to believe that at this point, V and probably Ryder are the only ones with any goodwill from the hotel left.
Yeah.
So they're deciding the opportune moment to use that up.
When can we expend this resource? Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I'm looking forward to my breakfast of pancakes and a flashbang.
Crunch descends through a ceiling vent.
On a fucking zip line.
Yep. That's the one perk of knowing this place. You know every way to get in.
Oh, yeah. Ryder, I ordered you some shellfish.
Oh, thank you.
And I didn't really know what to order you, but help yourself.
She can't hear you over the water running.
You're not in the shower!
It's too late.
It's too late for you now.
Just singing one of Tiamat's songs loudly.
So, anyway.
Oh, morning. It was Crunch, right?
Yes. You're asking him? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm asking him.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's Crunch.
Cool. Nice to meet you. Sidedog looks at V.
The halo appears above V's head.
Of course it does.
It's actually a fly guy holding a lamp.
Yeah.
For some reason. Well, I've been in Mr. Gaxley's service for easily 5 years now. I'm the hammer to his nail, as he likes to say.
V says nothing. We've seen like a lizard try not to laugh.
I'm in the shower. I can't make a joke.
Crude humor, best humor. Hammer to his nail. Okay.
Indeed. Of course, he has others. I mean, Edward is his eyes. And his little bird friend is more of his scalpel. Whereas I'm just the big battering ram for whenever he needs it.
So you've been working with him for quite a long time then. What's he like as a boss?
Very eccentric, I must admit. The man loves to be more flamboyant than I have ever seen.
Okay.
Explains why he's not fazed by us.
Yeah, I think we're pretty eccentric as a team.
If I had to guess, I think he really likes you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That's a first for us.
Yeah.
So, how's the program been going? What little I know is that you guys been in there for quite a while last time.
12 hours.
Surprisingly immersive, that thing. I mean, have you ever gone into that program at all?
He shakes his head no. I'm needed elsewhere most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's things that need hammering.
Hey, don't stop. You make me blush. Stop it.
Again, V can't blush physically and spiritually.
Lizards don't blush, but cool. Yeah.
Beth comes out of the shower.
That and they're just
she's
shameless.
annoyed.
You're not
No, she is. You can't stop her.
fine.
Yeah, she comes out like dressed and she's put on a shirt and whatever. And she's
Warm
like,
bubbles follow her.
Wait, and are there a suspicious amount of bubbles coming out of the bathroom?
Radar, you used up all the shampoo on your fur. There's barely anything for bubbles. I had to make do with water.
Yes, Bath, that's the point of a shower.
But not just water. That's boring.
I'm going to open and have a look in the bathroom and look at the damage.
All right, let me see how many bubbles you see.
Roll.
D100.
Roll for bubbles.
Number of bubbles.
I'm just going to roll a D100.
Oh, no,
and
she's
see
not
what-
actually using any real bubble stuff in Radar because he used it on his fur. He's got the
Yeah,
real fur.
because he's clean and not a mangy Dorito.
Yeah, he made it very clear that he cleaned very well, so I assume there's not
Yeah.
much shampoo left.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there's a good consistent. I mean, it's not as bad as it was in poor Otter's room or her room, but you could tell that definitely the shower is. She used up the rest of your shampoo.
Bath! Bath!
Oh, yes.
Next time you have a shower, can you please at least put a towel on the floor?
Why?
So it absorbs some of the water. Look at the damage!
Look, I need a towel for my hair, a towel for my body, a towel for my feet, each foot, obviously. And then,
Okay. Next time, bring your own towels.
I'll tell you what, if you get one more towel, I'll put that one on the floor.
Do you know what? Deal. I'm going to run over to Bath's room.
If you think the towels in the bathroom aren't sodden already, you are in for a mistake.
Radar hasn't thought that far ahead.
Ryder's going to pick up the phone to room service in Radar's room and say, hello, could we please get some more shampoo bottles, please, for rooms 402, 403, 404, and lots of shampoo, please.
Oh, and towels.
And towels, please.
Of course, we'll bring it up right away.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'll have this out.
Radar's going to come back grumbling. Wet towels, blah, blah, blah.
All right. So as you guys are soon getting your shampoo bottles and towels, delivered to each one of your doors, you hear another knock at your door.
Oh,
Really?
Hello? What's the betting? It's the bird.
No, when you open the door, actually, it's Dawn again. She's like
Hiya.
the female Lashunta, Mr.
Oh!
Gaxley.
Dawn.
Secretary.
Yeah.
Dawn.
hello, Dawn.
Hello, Dawn.
Ah,
Yeah, do you always know which one we're in?
Really?
she smiles.
We've just followed the water damage.
Well, it kind of helps when you order an entire train of food.
Yeah, Radar.
He's giving Bath just the most incredulous look right now. Like, jaw is open, just kind of, what?
Anyway, I bring you your new contracts, and she has an envelope that she hands to each one of you.
Oh, yeah, Bath, let's read these. Read these through.
Of course.
All right, so you can either do culture or perception checks. Either is fine.
Bath did this check last time, so I think she should do it again.
Yeah.
That is the highest in
Okay.
9 contracts. In fact, that seems to be, whenever there's a contract, it always falls to Bath because she's the one that has the experience in that sort of thing.
in legalese.
31.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
All right. So you are, reading through the contract. It's basically the same as before. There, a lot of the same kind of stipulations. There's also an inclusion of the hazard pay, the inclusion of a piano upon completion, completion of the contract. You also notice there's a few new additional clauses, such as damage to machine to Dave. Damage to product will cause reduction in hazard pay.
How do they determine if we cause the damage?
It has some stipulations to that.
It's like if we call Dave a rude name and he decides to shut the whole program down, does that fall to us or is that his fault?
Yeah.
It's up to discretion of arbitration.
Also, they probably did listen to us talking about getting in there and junking up the machine.
Yeah.
Well, we literally asked him to his face, should we get in there and break it?
Well, then that's definitely why I put that in there.
Yeah.
In other words, no. Don't do that.
Do not break the priceless ancient artifact.
Exactly.
Cowards, all of you.
It also will stipulate that additional services will be provided to you during your time. And some of it's kind of interesting. Some of it's like ensured, food, water, facilities, and a new suit that you each will be provided.
New suit? Is this like a haptic feedback suit?
I think we already had haptic feedback. I think this is more keeping you alive for extended periods.
Oh, like a biosuit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't explain exactly what it is, but it just explains that this is one of the new things that you will get during the service of Mr. Gaxley. Other than that, the rest of the contract is the same: non-disclosure agreement, service, paid for your service. You get hazard pay in addition and all that. So,
all right.
What do you reckon, Beth? Seems fair enough.
Yeah, this seems pretty good. Okay, and she signs her one. Hands it back.
Does Beth have any reading glasses? Because as soon as you went, I just imagined that like Beth with a pair of gold-rimmed reading glasses, just adjusting them while they're going through.
Yeah,
That's cute. That's cute.
I mean, I have this picture in my head where it's the reading glasses, but then she can just flick something, and all of a sudden these 3 other lenses just pop up from her eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I go buy that. But for now, just reads and goes, okay.
Yeah. V watches Beth sign it and then just signs it immediately as well.
Yeah, likewise.
Yep, Brother does the same.
All right. And then Don collects it from each of you. It's like, oh, excellent. Well, good news. While you guys were away, we were able to get your sizes. And so we brought you your suits. And she snaps her fingers before you see one of the other bellhops comes in with, one of those trolleys that they use to move suitcases.
Yeah.
Mine's got it.
Around all the trolleys of food that are in here now.
I was just going to say, I hope mine's got an elastic waistband.
It's alright. V and Crunch are making their way through. At least anything meat-like in the thing. If there's bacon, there's no longer bacon.
I'm sorry, if it's meat, you're actually having to fight Radar off. He's snarling. He'll go full feral.
Do you really want to take on 2 Vesk for bacon?
Yes!
Beth takes half and half, 2/3 rather, and gives 1/3 to each of them, and then puts the rest of the food over to Radar's side.
Yeah, fat coyote.
All right, there we go. Now, please come in.
All right. And so this bellhop comes in with basically, your suits. Each one apparently is made of a fine silvery material. Do you guys want to inspect them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beth want to inspect some clothes. Yeah.
I was going the shinings will catch Bap's eye, and that'll probably catch V's eye as well.
All right. So you can give me engineering or perception.
I will roll for engineering.
I'm going to do perception because that's higher.
Oh, for 30.
And that is, with perception, 32.
Oh, we both got the same.
That is 17 for V.
All right. Well, V, you're looking at you got a basic understanding that this looks like, from your engineering background, this is a suit. You're not quite entirely sure about its full function, but Baphomet and Radar, you look at these a little more closely and you realize that there's a lot more going on inside of them. These are suits that you wear that are supposed to keep you alive for a very long time. Like, these are the kind of things you almost would wear in a hibernation kind of chamber. They do recycling of, any body functions and such. They also seem to have IV attachments into your arms and such to allow pumping of fluids.
Oh God, is there a catheter in there?
Well, there is something to collect, your waste.
Right.
There's adaptation ports for
It's
that.
a suit you can poop in.
Thanks, me. Yes, it's a suit you can poop in.
So I just realised, as soon as I said that, I realised no one was going to get that reference. But,
Oh. No.
Oh, Lord.
Nope.
I like to
Anyway.
believe we have one listener that's going to get that reference. Like,
If you get it, don't tell us what it is. If you get it, just like tweet us and tell us what it is.
Tweet us what it is, and then go away and rethink your life.
Yes. You've made some very poor decisions.
Anyway, so Dawn goes through and tells you that these suits you're supposed to wear when you go meet Dr. Lestrange again. He will explain more in detail of what these suits will provide for you. If you wish to eject from the program after 10 hours, you can. Otherwise, these suits are supposed to allow you to work even longer, should you choose. The idea is that they want to make sure that you're safe, because you are an investment now to Mr. Gaxley, now that you're going to go in a lot longer into this program.
Got to protect his assets.
So, how long does he reckon these will keep us in the game before we need to come out for?
More than likely, the doctor will be able to tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawn shakes her head as she doesn't know. She's like, you would have to talk to the doctor. He's the one who created these suits.
Well,
He's
he works
sizing that
quickly.
one up.
I think you might have already had something in the bag for this.
Yeah.
This feels very off the shelf.
Just so long as they'll keep us fed and watered while we're in the game.
Yes, I like being alive.
Yeah, same.
Well, whenever you guys are ready to go see Dr. Lestrange again, just let me know. And she hands you a card with a number on it. You can just dial that on your courtesy phone, and I will come and meet you guys in the lobby when you're ready.
Oh, thank you. That's very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then she bows before leaving. Tell me, how about all you give me intelligence checks, by the way?
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be hard. We're not very bright.
Yeah, I was going to say, V's sleepy and an idiot, so that's...
So that's D20 plus your intelligence bonus, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's 15 for radar.
It's 10 for Ryder.
That's 7.
Ooh.
So, thinking. We all love it, but how much do we know about it?
Baphomet, it's time to do the big thing. Save the group.
No. I got a 10.
No,
Okay,
so
Radar,
Radar.
you're the one who gets a random thought in your head. Is like, wait a minute, that thing's on real time. Weren't we supposed to meet someone soon?
Are we supposed to meet someone really soon?
shit, Damien! He's going out to.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, the game keeps playing while we're not
hang
in.
on. Yeah, the game continues while we're not in it?
Well, yeah. If it's in real time, then we're still asleep in the game world.
Yeah, but what if it pauses when no living people are in it?
Maybe.
Why would it have been built?
It doesn't. I think it's
We
the
should
point.
probably go regardless. We are.
Yeah, we should go just in case I'm wrong. But that's
Yo, hang on a second. We just go into the hallway. She hasn't gone far, right? Just like actually,
No, she hasn't gone very.
yeah.
Dawn,
She's like, oh,
hang on.
Done.
oh,
Done.
yes.
Can we come with you to the game chamber? I think we should start the day's work.
We've actually got an appointment to keep, so yes, that would be great.
Oh, of course. Bring your suits. We will be on our way. Then.
V's already halfway stripped to get into theirs, just in Radar's
We're
room.
not away now, Vin.
Well, yeah, we do.
You probably noticed that Crunch is like, mm-hmm.
Crunch has seen it all before.
I know. He still likes it, though. I mean, it's like the sun rising. He still loves it.
No,
Yeah, and
as V39 Crunch does that, Beth is going to push Crunch out of the room and go,
Oh,
Nice to meet you, Crunch. Goodbye.
See you, Crunch.
Yeah. Thank you, Bath, for pushing him out of my room.
He waves goodbye before the door slams.
as he leaves, V's going to make the call me hand out the window.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Bath,
All
for
right.
pushing him out of my room.
okay, are we changing here now, or are we going to change there?
We might as well.
V's already changed into it.
Yeah,
They're like
right.
checking the seals out in the mirror.
Radar's already taken his shirt off, so that's
Yeah,
it.
right. Changing into it. No shame.
We lived on the ship here for years. I think we're probably okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got nothing to hide.
And you've all seen V walk around the ship naked anyway.
Yeah. They'll run up to Dawn in their suits.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn then leads you on. Same path as before you go through the lobby. You're getting some looks, but the suits look relatively nice enough that it doesn't get too much attention other than, you're ready. basically almost look like spacesuits almost.
Wait, I thought she was going to drive us. We have to walk through town in these?
Well,
It's not that unusual. There's probably all sorts of people wearing like.
well, remember, it wasn't very far from the hotel, entrance that you basically went down a road and made it a right into basically.
And also, it's probably best to get comfortable in them, like wear them in a bit.
Yeah.
Not in public. I used to disguise self and look much better.
All right.
No, you just look like someone else wearing a suit.
No, I look like myself wearing them.
Yeah. What's the temperature like on this environment? Is it warm or generally cold or?
It's basically normal room temperature. The place has basically made itself, try to be accommodating for all races. So you're basically dealing with a relatively normal temp. I mean, I don't know what would be the
So it's
preferred.
Utopia rules.
Yeah, V's is probably just going to wear the suit then and nothing else.
That doesn't phase V at all. That's wearing whatever the illusion is. But she's not walking around in a catheter hole-esque space.
That better not be a catheter. I'm not about that.
Public. Absolutely not.
Well, I mean, the suit hides that kind of material.
No,
it is supposed to be modest.
Whatever they can see is much nicer than this.
So,
I don't think Ryder will have plugged that in yet, if there is.
No, carrying it along with her.
Yeah.
I mean, this suit basically is supposed to plug into things, so it's doesn't have them quite ready yet to do that stuff. Basically, have the ports for them, but they are sealed up
Right.
for you. So you look all right.
You just look like wearing a spacesuit at the moment, then.
Yeah. I'm imagining the Avengers time travel suits with that all white and clean and minimalist.
Imagining the scene from Armageddon where it's the slow-mo walk in the spacesuits.
But
And
it
there are some-
lasts way too long.
Yeah, and there's an explosion in the background and some doves fly across in front of us, and it's all very
John Woo.
Michael Bay.
No, there's just bubbles.
Damn it! Slow motion radar going low. Wow.
Oh, one last thing. I want to make it clear that I've put.
Oh yeah, have you duct taped your possums or something?
I haven't ducked it into anything. The UK should be fine. It's like one of those, in my mind, one of those big hamster habitats you used to get when you were a kid, with like a million tubes and things everywhere.
I don't know. We never had a hamster.
Is there a wheel for him to run?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, a little wheel, the whole shebang.
Is there a padlock on the latch?
There's some kind of digital lock.
Okay.
It's just like a rotor stack, big plastic hamster tube
Just so that you can't get out and get out.
with lots of toys and a mirror and a little bell that they can play with.
Or, as Maximilian will later describe it, a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, you make your way, same song and dance before. You go a little bit outside the hotel. You make a right. You go into the access port, and you go through. You see people, the servants and such running by with supplies and crates. As you get, of course, right to that elevator, again, the guard stops Dawn, and she shows the badge and explains before they let you pass. You get in the elevator and head back down to the hangar base area, and you step out into the comm room. You see the engineers are running about working. You can see there's a bit more pep in their step.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
What's the mood like now that they've got some data to work with? Are they a bit more high spirits, a bit more jovial, or are they a bit sour for any reason?
Give me a perception roll, please.
Okay.
Or a sense motive, either one, whichever you like.
They're the same number for me.
Fringe.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was something I meant to ask, and that's Radar have been reading the data from the thing last night while he was in bed, sort of thing.
Sure.
Did he find anything? Sorry, that's my fault.
Basically, you were reading it. We'll come back to you in a moment, my new audit friend. I'm going to give you basically a work to 20, since you took the whole night probably reading it.
Yep.
You notice that it's a regular pattern, in especially the meal system. But you notice when you were reading it that there were some fluctuations before it started scrambling. It wasn't very noticeable, but it was like a few days before the scrambling began that there were some fluctuations of times. It was off by it was very precise. It'd be like at 700, then 12, and then 5 p.m. And then suddenly it started going off by a few minutes. Like instead of 700, it would become 720, 701 or 705, and then it starts becoming a little more varied, and then it
becoming exponential after that.
it started becoming really bad. The temperature reading started doing the same. It stayed relatively constant at around room temperature. But then there were some slight variations. It went up or down a Celsius, and maybe 2, and then 5, and then all of a sudden it started wildly swinging temperature-wise. Like it was like there's a decay. Like the system was starting to decay.
Yeah.
Okay. But those are the only 2 bits of information. The engineer didn't give you anything else that Mr. Gaxley didn't show you already. You were just able to observe it much more closely.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Okay. So back to our other friend. What did you get for your sense motive / perception?
I got a 19.
All right. You notice that everyone seems a little more excited. I mean, it seems that now that the system's starting to decode itself a bit more, they're starting to understand more of what's going on.
Okay.
So from before, but they notice you coming in there, seem to be a little more pep because they're like, oh, we might get more information. Let's get ready.
Because Ryder, she succeeded a sense motive on Mr Gaxley when they first met up. So she knows he's hiding something. She just can't work out what yet. Something is amiss.
All right. So anyone else want to do any checks or anything? Did you want to look at out the glass window down at Dave?
Yeah. What's Dave up to?
Yeah, I'd like to look at our nemesis. Yeah. Is there a window here that opens?
No, this is an enclosed. Remember, this is basically was a hangar that they adapted to hold Dave.
I'm aware.
So it's a sealed window.
Let's go find.
Is there an intercom? No, I want to yell at these guys and find out what they're doing.
Why?
Just because we're about to climb into a machine that might kill us. I'd like to be fully.
When we get there,
I want to know what these guys are doing.
We're going towards the doctor.
Baphomet walks onwards towards the doctor.
Yeah, same.
All right. Yeah, there's no intercom.
Next time.
All right. So Don then leads you back, and you see Dr. Lestrange over there, and same thing. You open up into the room where there are your pods, but you notice there's engineers tinkering with each pod. And the doctor's like, oh, make sure you move it over there just a little bit more. There we go.
Morning, Dr. Strange.
Morning.
He turns and looks at you and says, morning.
Morning.
Oh, it's good to see you all again.
Yeah, you too.
Much more excitement ever since your guys went in.
We noticed.
So we see. Thank you for the suits, by the way.
Oh, I'm glad. Ever since your encounter with being in the machine, we've learned so much, and to be safe, we wanted to make sure that you guys could be in there for longer without, worry.
Hey, got a few questions about them, though. Number 1, have you tested them?
We have done preliminary tests, of course. They should work.
Hey.
The other question I had was, are these suits running off Dave's operating system, or are these separate?
So the suits are running off their own programming, but they will be attached to the pods, which will be connected to Dave's things. But we will be running them independently. So fluids and food will be given to you by me.
Okay, that's cool.
How long can we stay in there with these on then?
Well, I have come to figure that you could easily stay in there for at least 3 days before we would need to pull you out for supplemental fluids and food.
3 days?
I don't want to be in there for 3 days. We can still drop out anytime we want, right?
Of course. According to your new contract from Mr. Gaxley, you wish to only be in there at 10 hours at a time, correct?
That's right. Even if it comes down to we come out, shake our legs, and get back in again, we want to make sure that we have the ability to keep ourselves safe.
Oh, of course. We will make sure that, everything will be all right. If needed, we can adapt more additional things to make you last even longer in there, should you wish to stay for a prolonged period. I have been able to experiment with some of the suits and been able to make them last up to a week.
Where?
But it may lead to some degradation to the body.
Looks down like their belly, and then looks back.
The ultimate weight loss program.
Start losing muscle mass after that long, I think.
We would need to supplement you with proteins and other things. Currently, we are able to mostly replace with simple sugars and such. We will be able to add protein if needed, of course.
Let's not kid ourselves, Doctor. We're not staying there a week. Depending on how things go, we might go longer, but let's... we know you're excited as a man of science, but I don't think any of us want to be in there quite that long for one shot.
Yeah, I reckon I could do a week.
I had a big breakfast.
Radar?
No, honestly, I played Wizard Quest 9 for 3 days straight, and my eyes turned to sandpaper. It's not good. Don't do it.
But it's okay because you're not using your eyes this time.
You are, technically.
You're using someone else's. Your eyes are shut when we're in the pods.
You're still going into REM.
Look, guys, Wizard's Quests, whatever's or not, we're not doing a week. Doc, we're ready to get started, but...
Also, Lestrange, one more question. We noticed that you're plugging extra power cables into Dave. What's that about?
Dave seems to be activating more programs as of late. We are not entirely sure why, but he has been causing additional power draw. To compensate, we've been giving him additional power as needed.
Huh.
Weird.
What's he...
Maybe we're going out into the big wider world now, so he needs more power to generate all the extra side quests we may or may not encounter.
Oh, that's a good point. So, let me make sure I've got this right. The town we were in is... No, I lost it.
Tradeport.
Yeah.
No, she was going to come up with a video game analogy and it didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Still, if it's anything like when Ryder wanted to get the new games console, then that's probably important. Bigger is better, I guess, in these things.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you queue for 4 days in the rain for that console?
Yes. Your point.
Okay.
Was it worth it?
It's in she stopped using it after the new one came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that I had the new thing, and I was the first to get it. All my friends were so jealous.
So, is there any other concerns, questions I may be able to answer before we get ready?
Yeah, where does this plug in? And she pulls like a cable out of her back.
God.
Oh. He's, where precisely are you pulling this cable?
We know where
from?
she's pulling the cable from.
Have a guess.
We all know.
Is it the butt case?
the suit's butt cable.
Oh, that is to reprocess waste, so we don't have to worry about you needing to use the restroom while you are in there.
You poop in it.
Oh. I guess it saves me pooping in the tube.
Oh, yes, that would be much more preferred.
Riveting so hard.
What?
I don't know about you guys. I don't want to be late for our meeting. Shall we?
Everybody poops.
Shall we? There?
Except for you.
Yeah.
Such an organophobe, Baffy.
She's fully aware of how organics work. She's just shitting in a tube you are currently unconscious in is a good one.
It's not, which is why the tube is a good idea.
That's why she grimaced.
Alright, so...
Anyway,
you are all getting into your tubes now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, Dr. Lestrange will go and help each one of you put your helmets on. One more thing before we get completely started, as he helps put each one of your helmets on. I did have to make some adjustments to the recall program. Because we are adding these additional features to the system, I had to make sure that we would be able to deactivate them, because that would cause some issues with the recall program. So you may notice a slight delay on the start of the recall, but once that is done, you will be returned in 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes.
10
Yes.
minutes.
So the activation will now take 10 minutes rather than 5 it took last time?
Oh, yes. It will take a little longer because of the additional rewriting of the program.
All right.
it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, if you say so.
When the doctor's like hooking V in, they're just gonna like pull out a small bottle of vodka and just like put as much of this in my IV as he can without killing me.
Wow.
Dr. Lestrange takes it and puts it in one of his large lab coat pockets.
I'm putting my faith in you here.
You can see his little tufts sticking up a little bit, and his little happy tough fluff up. As he goes and starts closing each one of your pods.
As the pod closes, that's going to give Ryder the image of some soothing music for the fluid, so she doesn't freak out.
Thanks, Beth.
All right, and he goes over, and you guys start feeling very tired as the pods begin to fill with the biofluid, and soon it all goes dark. Over a little while, you start hearing the sounds of people talking. It's soft, but you hear it. It sounds like normal conversation. There's like a lot of people talking. You have your eyes shut. What are you going to do?
V opens their eyes.
All right.
Felix Big opens his eyes.
Rhoda rubs her eyes and sort of opens them like she's waking up.
Oh, you realized, first of all, you wake up and you realize there's a big lizard folk hand near your eyes.
Oh, still haven't gotten used to that.
Oh boy, back to this again.
You wake up and you find yourself licking your paw unconsciously.
Yeah, self-cleaning. Right, it's happened in the real world. Nya's gonna like stretch out in the most cat-like way possible and do that thing where all their claws like stretch out. Do the big yawn. Then immediately curl up into the bed and go out to sleep.
Kroll once again forgets how tall he is, sits all the way up and smacks his head on one of the ceiling beams. Right, everyone wake up, we've got a meeting.
I'm awake. I had a fantastic sleep.
What time is it?
Why have I got several mustaches and a monocle drawn on me?
How would you know that?
Oh, don't worry about that. What time is it?
I can see it in the reflection in the window.
Okay.
All right, give me a perception check
Fuck you.
if you want to see what time it is. Yeah, you hit your head, and you got so much dust in your eyes now. You're like, I can't see. Radar, since you're looking at your reflection in the window, and you decide, well, let's just take a look what time it is outside. You see the sun is rising over the edge of the wall, so it is morning.
It's dawn, guys.
Oh, so we have been asleep.
What? She's in the game as well now.
No, the sun's come up.
Also, you're in Pandora's room, which she then walks into.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm going to punch you through the wall.
Well, that means that time passes in here at the same time as it does in real life. Hang on a second, but that's the way
Yeah, so it's using all this processing power to continue the simulation, even though there's no one in it. So that means that this thing's been running for thousands
that
of years.
seems really inefficient.
It does, doesn't it?
Comes
It's a
back,
little
gets
bit.
her armor, goes, guys, we're going to be late for Damien. We can talk and walk.
Yeah, all right.
But Pandora, it's interesting. This simulation's been going for thousands of years.
Possibly. We don't know that yet.
Wonder if it's developed sentience yet.
One small thing, Nye, I need you to make me an intelligence roll.
Oh boy, let's see if cat brain can top out lizard brain. 15. 15 for thinking.
You remember that you hid something.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember about my sword.
Don't want you leaving without it. Otherwise, I'm going to steal it from you.
Yeah, just wanders back into the original room. Like, just casually reaches up above the cupboard and pulls out the sword again.
Oh, a sealing sword.
What sword?
A sealing sword.
Oh yeah, no, I figured it was worth hiding that there, just in case something happened in the night while we were out of our bodies.
That was a good idea. Right, everyone kit up, let's go.
God, you guys are paranoid.
What?
It's not paranoia if anyone else get you.
All right. So, you're all heading out to go find Damien?
Yes.
Yeah.
All above.
Yep.
Do you remember where he said he would meet you?
It was in the inn, wasn't it?
I hope it was in the end. It's been so long.
He says.
Well, you can do an intelligence roll again.
Let's do that. I will let somebody else do the intelligence roll because I have -1.
11.
Else want to try it? Just
Yeah, just.
I can't remember. I think I
Yeah,
was
got
drunk.
it.
I'll just do it anyway, what the hell.
Wow.
Wow.
Straight up.
I think you died.
No, that
one with a -1.
You had
is a absolute zero.
I hit my head very hard on that beam.
Who's Damien?
Wow.
All right. Well,
Did you have a nosebleed?
I mean, to be fair, I got a 2, so
Intelligence not a strong
Oh
point.
boy.
our dear friend Felix here will remember that he said, I'm going to meet you guys at the gate near where the meat shop was.
Oh, that's right. He said he'd meet us at the gate nearby the meat shop that does the really awesome bacon sandwiches.
bacon sandwiches.
Let's head back there.
I do like bacon sandwiches.
There's always time for second breakfast.
Actually, that's the point. GM, what is our hunger status like in game? Because we've just
you,
breakfast in real life.
you actually do feel a little bit hungry.
Oh,
And to enjoy it all over
yeah,
again.
that's strange. I would have thought hunger would have been connected to real life.
Maybe it's like a chemical in your brain that's like the hunger reflex,
Maybe.
and the system's just triggering that instead.
Maybe my brain isn't very good this morning.
Yeah. Oh, Crunch, you got a little. Not Crunch.
No,
Kroll, you got a little. Yeah. Sorry, it's very confusing. You're big lizards. The names all begin with K. You got a little blood there. Let's go and enjoy second breakfast.
Second breakfast. Also, don't
Yeah.
call me Crunch.
I'm sorry, it wasn't intentional.
All right. Maybe that's why Niarlock's hanging around me all the time.
Maybe.
All right, so you all making your way then to the gate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go and get some bacon sandwiches.
All right, well,
Let's go meet Damien and then get bacon sandwiches.
Digital bacon sandwiches.
I'll tell you what, we'll split up into twos. You guys head to the gate in case he's there. I'll get the bacon sandwiches.
Oh, it's a terrible idea to split the party up.
It's fine. We're just going to be looking for clues
And sandwiches.
And bacon sandwiches.
and sandwiches.
Plus, if we send Felix alone, he'll eat them all before we get them. So
Yeah,
I better
that's
go
true.
with him just in case.
He's not wrong. I will probably do that. And I've got to keep an eye on Jan in case they try and steal something.
Or we could send the paladin to go and do it because she's incapable of doing wrong.
Correct, but she also... I'm sorry, I don't think Bath really knows what a bacon sandwich is.
Or what wrong is.
Or right or wrong.
Well, she knows what right is. She's a paladin. She's a good
Beth is
person.
at this point outside doing push-ups because she's never had muscles before.
With one arm behind her back as well, just like it.
She's doing push-ups and then a clap. And
Yeah,
then another
that arm
Yeah.
I saw last night really brought something out in her.
Awesome.
all right. So you all go to the gate after you all finish your discussion about who would get the bacon sandwiches. So you get there. Of course, you smell the smell of bacon, meats, and all that such. There's a small line, much smaller than it was before, because people are just getting their day started. So there's some guards there, of course, eating their own sandwiches that they've gotten. And you see Damien sitting on a bench not too far outside of the city. As he looks at you and smiles and says, "Oh, there you are. I was starting to wonder if you're ever going to show up."
Sorry, did we get the bacon sandwich?
Oh, you haven't yet.
Let's
Okay, we
meet
have
our
to.
contact first.
Yeah.
Let's meet up with Damien first. Yeah.
It's all right. I was just going to greet him with a bacon sandwich if we had. That was all.
Well, look, he's outside the butcher's, right? So while we're here, Felix, could you grab some bacon sandwiches for one for Damien, one for us?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And you do eat bacon, right?
Oh, of course I will eat bacon.
Great.
Excellent. I'll get a double stacker.
We're terribly sorry about being late. There was a slight delay. Are you okay? Are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
All right then. Well, we'll just sandwich up and then we'll be on our way.
We'll just grab some breakfast.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Well, could you tell us a bit more about what we're walking into? You've been there before, right?
I haven't been there in quite some time. Last time I was there, my professor decided to set up camp there. And ever since then, he sent me away to go find some more information for him before coming back. So I've only been there once, of course.
Is it well defended normally? Is it surrounded by high walls or?
We've heard rumors of undead and troll attacks. Or was it orcs? Sorry, orc attacks.
Orcs, yeah.
Vampires?
Was there vampires?
There weren't any vampires, no.
Laser dragons.
Dark elves? Light elves?
Okay, again,
Grey elves?
I don't think anyone said those things. But
Blue elves?
definitely orcs and undead.
Yes, indeed, about the undead part. My professor's been quite interested as to why they are being reanimated in such a forest.
Well, we were requested by the council last night to see if we could help with that. So it seems that once again I'm on the line.
Ah, excellent. So,
Yeah, so we need to make our way towards Camp Hummingbird, if I'm not mistaken.
Felix, it will cost you... So you're doing double-deckers for everyone, or are you just doing your...
Oh, yes, and with bright sauce as well.
Let's get one for Barry. You hear through the door.
I've don't worry, I'm looking after Barry.
That will be 1 gold piece, please, for everyone.
Yeah.
If you're asking for all that.
Yeah. I'm now down to 8 gold pieces.
Yep. All right, so you all, get your sandwiches, and Damien, he explains to you that the journey is going to be about 6 days at most. Probably if we, take certain paths, it'll be a little quicker, but we have to be careful not to leave the road, because if you leave the road and go past the wards that protect the forest, that there might be some, you put yourself at risk.
Okay.
So stay within the
I
walls.
suppose that raises a logistics issue as well. If we're going to be spending 6 days travelling from place to place, that means we probably, at some point, will have to leave our characters while we're not anywhere safe.
Well, we'll have to set up a camp somewhere, so maybe we should get some camping supplies.
Yeah, and maybe it'd be worth one person staying in the game while everyone else goes out of it, just to keep watch on the characters. I don't know.
Possibly.
Game logistics are hard.
Well, I can say that. How would it? I guess you bring up her icon, which show her items and stuff. I actually have camping supplies, so I guess it should be okay.
Oh, all right.
And she brings up her arm thing, so you can see the inventory, which shows she has a backpack and a bedroll and so on and so forth.
How many towels are in your inventory?
This is a world without running water, I think.
Yeah, she frowns looking at the inventory. Goes, oh.
All right. So,
You can't start an adventure without a towel.
all right. So, y'all ready to begin your journey?
Yeah. Okay, so Bath's got camping supplies. We've all got weapons. Nya also apparently has basic camping supplies. They're checking out. She's checking out her inventory as well, and a hunting trap, which will come in useful later.
Oh yeah, and Kroll's got some playing cards, so in case they get
Yeah,
bored.
they can't just play any card games. They're just using to make elaborate card towers.
No, that's sweet.
Yes.
All right. So,
Why do I have an ocarina? I don't remember buying that.
that'd be probably me.
I have thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Nya also has thieves' tools, but that's because Nya's a thief.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Felix. Sorry,
As we're
Felix
walking on,
isn't.
actually, I'm going to walk along the side, Damien, and say, so, tell us about yourself. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, of course, my professor, he is the one who's leading a research expedition at Camp Hummingbird. I was sent away, though, to get some more books and such for him, since our initial encounters with the undead have proven to be quite enlightening about how they've been coming about. We believe that they're being reanimated by the city itself, strangely enough.
As Damien starts talking, Kroll sort of like trots up alongside so he can absorb more backstory from Damien.
I assumed that we were all like walking together.
Yeah, I think we're just as a group.
Yeah, we were just all like going through our inventories in the background.
So, we're not entirely sure, but ever since the plague came and the refugees left the city, there have been reports of sightings of undead coming from the city, and as of late it's been growing worse and worse. I am sure once we get to Camp Hummingbird you will see what I mean, of course. So,
All right.
Yeah.
So you think the city itself is producing the undead?
that's our theory, of course, but we have no way of truly knowing. Until
How do undead come about anyway? They just pop into existence, or is someone poking dead people with a magic staff? Or
well,
We don't know. That's the mystery we have to solve.
Ryder. She's going to pull Kroll to the side and just whisper like, hey, what if it's the captured souls of all the old original inhabitants of the
Yeah,
game?
all right. Just let it happen, all right? It's going to be much more fun, much more surprising when it happens.
you said that last time, and we sat through music for nothing.
What?
When we were in the main
What?
hall, and you thought there was going to be a boss battle because you heard music.
Well, yeah, but it's more surprising if you just let it happen rather than try and undercutting it all the time.
No, I'm not saying it's a game feature, Ryder. It's... Never mind.
It might be. You don't know that yet.
Oh, that reminds
right.
me, actually. Do you speak Elvish, Damien?
oh, yes, of course, it's requirement since we're dealing with undead from the Elven Kingdom.
Oh, Kingdom. Tell me, have you ever seen anything like this? And I'm going to show him the insignia that I took a picture of. Oh, wait. No, you drew one, right?
Yeah, Nya drew it, but just a shitty doodle as a reminder.
Yeah,
so
but
they'd
I
have to
definitely
draw
can't show him a photo because he can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hearing what Pan said, Nya's going to get out that scrap of paper and draw a better version of it, just like referencing it off the photo they took.
Look at my
I
UI.
could have done that myself if I wasn't asking for it.
I don't know, do you have paper?
Do you want to roll an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Those
Everyone loves intelligence.
Oh,
I have
no.
0 of it.
Oh my
One.
god!
absolutely that one.
I can brain goodly.
You get the idea that I'm going to show him my wrist, and he looks at you like,
How the fuck does Nya even breathe?
I should show my
Wait.
wrist. Titties.
There are actual cats that are smarter than this.
anyone else want to try an intelligence check?
There it is. Save us,
Wow.
Kroll.
Or a secretly amazing artist.
Yeah.
Kroll has a sudden renaissance moment and rolls an 18.
Yeah.
Remember when they asked you called Dr. Lestrange and asked, "Hey, can you copy this book for me?" And then it reappear in Baphomet's inventory.
Oh, okay. Pad. Books in your inventory.
Do we want to show him the book? I mean, we did technically steal it, sort of.
Yeah, we didn't steal it.
Well, I'm trying to help you imply something there, that you can do something similar, maybe.
I get the book out and I put a bit of paper over it and I just literally horribly, but I do it, scroll over it. I'm tracing the image from the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I want to show him the image
to show to Damien to see if he recognises.
Yeah.
He can't see the book.
He can't see the book, but he can see what Bath traces.
Remember, you got a copy of it that Dr. Lestrange dumped.
I didn't know they could see items that were sent to us. That's what I realized.
I'm just going to give it to you. Remember that he can create things for you. Dr. Lestrange can. Send him the picture, and he will.
And he'll send me a physical item. Okay, so
okay.
Right. All right. So you're doing that for Dr. Lestrange?
Yeah, I'm just going to be like, actually, 1 second, then upload it with a little message saying, please send physical copy.
All right, and you get the letter K back, and as you're,
oh, he texts like I do.
Just K lol.
Oh no, K's the passive aggressive way to do it.
K with a winky face.
Oh no.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, Baphomet, you feel something in your backpack.
This. I should put it out and hand it to Damien.
Yeah, you pull out basically a replica of the disc with its emblem.
Oh,
and writing.
Okay.
And so you're showing it to Damien?
Yeah, I wonder what it says, and even what it means.
And he takes it. It's like, where did you get this?
Yeah,
found it.
That's kind of why I wanted to sketch. So I didn't have to answer that question, but
it was a gift.
Yes, it's a gift.
Probably as a goodwill, I guess.
Exactly.
I got a seal of council of goodwill. That's what we have. That's it.
Yes, definitely that.
He looks at you a bit weirdly, but he's like, okay, I guess I signed up for these groups, so I best as well be helpful. He starts reading, he looks at the writing and he's turning it as he's reading it.
Now you're complicit.
And he says, in service of the people of Tradeport and those around. That's what it says. It's basically a pledge as he hands it back.
But why is it in Elvish?
No, you must realize that the town has become predominantly Elvish from the refugees. I mean, and as you guys are leaving, he motions towards the river. And if you look down the river, you notice there's a lot of shanty houses.
Yeah. Kroll's going to sort of wave to Pan to come over and say, remember there was a war between the humans and the elves, and the elves lost? These must be all of the elvish refugees that came to live in Tradeport after their city was destroyed.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. And what about this? And she's going to pull out the book.
Now, where did you get that? His eyes bulge a little bit.
It's like pulling out the Declaration of Independence showing to run American. So
fucking Magna Carta comes out.
Don't tell me you stole that from the museum.
Okay, we won't.
Oh god, and he face palms so hard.
He's scoring it, it's fine. But maybe you could tell us more about it. It seems important.
Okay, he takes the book and starts thumbing through it.
It's not the real thing, don't worry. The real one's still in the museum. They don't even know it's missing.
That implies we forged it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's better or worse, Kroll.
I mean, we did kind of forge it.
Well, what would you prefer, theft or forgery? Pick your poison.
I'd prefer just to not say.
Well, you've got to explain something, otherwise Damien's not going to trust us.
I think Damien is familiar with the concept of plausible deniability.
Are you, Damien?
Why are we asking Damien about this theft?
He doesn't say anything as he's just like, he looks up and it's like, shakes his head before flipping through the book some more.
See?
It's going to take me a while to read it, but is there anything in particular that you wish to know? Is there was something in here?
Yeah, I want to show him that particular passage that we saw last time with the very strange writing.
Maybe a little more specific on that one, I'm afraid. Are you talking about the there were different images that you saw because you couldn't read Elvish.
I'm trying to remember. Was there a tree?
So there was the tomb, basically the pyramid-looking building. There was water, and then there was an image of a deer and a boar that you remember.
Oh, that's right. There was like a mural of the story of the war, the conflict.
I want to know about this pyramid tomb, actually. This one right here, this thing.
Yeah, to tell the story.
Tell the story, Damien.
He opens the book a bit and flips to a page. He says, "For thousands of years before the time of man and long before the age of triumphs, the elves of Amkeka and the Walton Forest ruled the lands north of Baskelet's Spine Mountains. Were they led by a line of kings who stretched as far back as the historical age of Fae. The first king, of course, was Aki, the Dawn. Aki conquered the forest and defeated a gruesome old god, Okrek, at the principle of honor. Unfortunately, the conflict cost him his life, and he was laid to rest in the tomb beneath the city, and with it his weapon, Dusk the Glaive. This weapon was the one that slew the old god, and was placed in the pool of Naher. The elves did not believe in heretical leadership, and instead that the soul of the fallen king would choose a replacement, and it was believed that the glaive contained the soul within. 200 years passed, and thus the next king was found, Oknir. He descended into the tomb and claimed the blade. It was there he was named the new king and ruled for over 700 years. And when he died, he was also buried in the tomb. And once more the blade was laid to rest. New kings were named and died, and were placed in the tomb along with the glaive. The 10th, and some say the final king, Rutrin of Credrin, of the kingdom, led a host against the humans of the Alliance. It was there that he fell at the battle of the Age of Triumph.
That'll be the king from the tapestry we saw.
Yeah.
That would be Keldrin.
The one that got his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
His reign lasted only 750 years, but when he died, the elves of his city began to grow ill. No magic, arcane or otherwise, could cure their ailments. It was believed to be a curse bestowed upon them. Sages believed that the land no longer required the elves. After all, this was no longer the age of elves, but the age of man. And soon, the kingdom began to fall. And in over 300 more winters, the city is now a ghost, and its lands surrounded by the dead. There is talk that there are vengeful ghosts of the elven kings that haunt the forest, and they seek out someone new who will take the blade.
I'll give you a little clap for Damien. That was really good.
That's a really cool story. I like that.
Voice, Damien.
Yeah. God, the world building in this game is
It's
fantastic.
amazing, isn't it? It's so deep.
And he flips, and he shows the picture of the pool. This is apparently where the glaive is being hidden in the tomb. And you could see, apparently Lestrange must have cleaned up the image a bit more, because you can actually see an outline of the glaive hiding in the water.
Sort of Lady of the Lake style.
And the tomb is under the city?
So
This ghost elven city?
apparently his tomb is either under it or near the city that travels under it.
Huh.
So, but it doesn't give me a map or any other instructions. But this is quite interesting that you have this now. This would be very interesting to have to my professor.
Yes, well, I'd pluck it back out of his hand. I only have the one of these right now, but we can make a deal later, I'm sure.
And it's a good excuse for us to stick together, Damien, of course. We have got something you need, and, you've got something we need. You've got information and safe passage through to Camp Hummingbird.
Yes, of course.
Exactly.
Wait, do we have a camping or are we just
All right.
walking at this point?
So I thought you guys were walking, unless you.
I think we're walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're walking. Yes.
6 days. 6 days walk.
Yeah, we're walking.
Can Kroll have a look around to see if there's a carriage we can hire at this?
I think we've already
trade
been
hall?
walking at this point.
I mean, you are on the outside of town. You haven't quite
Oh.
left because I mentioned that he was motioning to you the shanty towns, and then you decided to whip out the book.
Oh, I thought we were talking walking.
Yeah. So can I do a perception?
Maybe we could hire like an
I
elven.
don't know. I feel like I
carriage
could
or
probably
something.
keep
Maybe.
walking. Beth is like doing long strides, big lunge.
Anesthetics on the way,
I mean, yeah, we can, but it will take a long time to walk. And if we can get there faster, we spend less time in the game.
It's been pretty fun, right? I thought you liked games.
I do. I don't like the concept of spending an entire week in here.
We won't, don't we? When we take rests, we'll log out.
We'll be stanky.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
We said we'd cap
So-
it at 3 days per session, so we're fine.
All right, guess we're walking.
All right, so you begin your walk.
Yes.
Right.
Immediately perches on top.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to give you the option. Who wants to roll a percentile?
Um,
I'll roll up some
yeah. Go on,
Yeah, go on.
Go on, RJ. Do it. Don't fuck it up or we'll hate you.
too late.
64. Fuck you, Pat.
Almost nice.
Put him in a cupboard.
You have to love me now.
Fine.
Yeah.
5 numbers off of the sex number.
All right. So you guys are, you've left Tradeport now and you're out on the road. In the distance, you see, the looming forest, and Damien's leading the way. But as you guys are heading forward, you notice that there's apparently a caravan coming towards you. What do you want to do? Do you want to meet them? Do you want to wait for them to come up to you, or?
So is it a possession of humans, or?
You're not entirely sure yet. You just see the dust trail starting to rise from them getting closer.
We're not too far from the town, though, right?
You're not too far away.
That makes sense. To caravan be going by. Yeah,
Right.
sure. We'll, wait.
Just in
Okay.
case, scout from inside the edge of the forest to the side of the road.
Well, yeah, I think we'll step to the side of the road anyway.
All right.
But
So
I mean, Yana's going to go into the foliage.
We are not robbing this carriage.
Who said anything about robbing?
It's you.
Getting into an attack position.
This is just a perfectly innocent, normal hiding in an ambush.
When it gets a little closer, I'll roll a perception on it.
Yeah.
all right. So as you get closer, you notice it has wagons. It's being drawn by a horse. Do you want to roll a perception to see who's driving it?
Yes. Rolling perception is an 11 for perception.
Perception. I can move at perceiving things.
Yep, that's 16 from a book.
I am too engaged in the rest of this sandwich.
Still eating the sandwich. 7.
I got several stacks.
All right. So as it gets closer, you realize that's a dwarf driving that cart. And as you're looking at the sides, you notice there's more dwarves walking beside it, but they're all clad in armor. At least 4 of them that you can count clad in armor.
Well, dwarves wear armor anyway. It doesn't mean that they're going to war or anything.
They're probably also, if they are
Yeah.
armored for war, they're just guards on
How's
the cart.
Damien reacting? Because he's a natural to this world, so he'd know if it's weird or not.
Damien doesn't seem to be perturbed. He's actually smiling.
Then yeah.
So as it gets closer and you guys get closer, you step off to the side and the dwarves come to a stop. It's like, hail there.
Hail.
Hello, good fellow travellers. How goes your day?
Oh, it goes well. We're traveling to Tradeport. We're off to sell some potions.
Ooh.
Oh, potions. What are you selling?
Oh.
Well, may we ask? We might be interested.
Oh, well, of course. And he hops down from his carriage. The other dwarf warriors, are a bit on guard, but, they haven't drawn their weapons or anything. You see the trader going to the back of his wagon and starts pulling out quite an array of potions. He said, a few things that I can sell right off the cart. I have some healing potions, as he reaches up and pulls down some red vials of potions.
Those might be really useful.
Yeah, how much are they, good sir?
Oh, well, let's say a gold apiece.
Okay, I'll take 3, thank you. Handed 3 gold, yeah.
How many dwarves are there in this possession?
There are 5 dwarves. There's one that is unarmored, then there are 4 armored ones that are guarding this caravan.
Okay, so I'm guessing they're keeping an eye on the part of the caravan where people are stashing the potions.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, they're 2 of them are keeping their eyes constantly on guard. The other 2 are watching.
Yeah, they're on guard. They're just completely. I'll take 2 healing potions, please.
All right. He offers his hand out for the 2 gold.
Alrighty.
Anyone else want some healing potions?
Yeah, I'll grab a few. 1 gold
Standard
each.
potions of healing, or are they minor?
They're
What?
just it's 2d4 plus 2.
Thank you.
All right. And how many are you getting, Handor?
I'll get 3.
And he gives you 3 for 3 gold.
Fantastic.
Come up, yep.
So what have you got in the way of fun stuff? Strength or endurance and
He smiles.
something like that.
It's like, oh, I have some other things, but I don't know if you would be able to afford them.
Looks in the sadly emptying bag of gold. Try me.
Some gold, Felix.
Well, let's see what we've got. I mean, I've got a specific idea in mind.
I have a couple things that might be a little cheaper on the cheaper end, and he reaches out and pulls what looks like a little vial that is smoking a little bit.
Ooh, that looks interesting. What is
That
it?
is a potion of fire breathing, my good sir.
Ooh! Wow, I know somebody who could mimic their other life with this.
I mean, I'm the dragon person here. I mean, I guess I could use that.
Yeah, but also isn't Pandora.
Beth can already do.
Yeah, she can do that
fire
anyway.
breath, so she's in the.
Oh, I didn't know you could breathe fire bath. Pan, who are you?
Well, I know she can. I guess she'll figure out what she can do later. She hasn't any abilities yet.
Well, how much for the fire thing, and also what else have you got?
All right, this would be 4 gold. I have. Let's see here, and he rummages around a little bit before pulling out another. I have this, and it looks like a potion that's with green substance inside of it. This is a potion of growth.
Gross. So what you're saying is, somebody like me, of my stature, glorious as it is, if I was to consume that potion, I would be normal size.
For a short duration.
Surely for you, your normal size is your height.
Well, I don't know, Baphomet Pandora. I'm not sure how immersed I am in the character yet.
Comparatively, I think he means.
Just human size.
So, okay, what else have you got?
I have one more thing that I could spare selling, and he pulls out one that's has blue substance inside of it. This is a potion of Storm Giant Strength, but I don't think you could afford it even if I did give it to you.
Try us, good sir. How much?
2,000 gold.
Oh, no, yep, you were right.
Yeah, while this discussion is going on, can I roll to climb up one of the trees out of sight? It begins.
All right. Then you're going to have to give me a acrobatics and a stealth.
I'm gonna roll perception to catch him.
Well, you're going to have to do a stealth.
19 for acrobatics. And do you want a stealth roll as well?
Yep.
And 14 for stealth.
All right.
So, how are them bacon eyes going for you?
21.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, the Baphomet is here.
I'm probably not going to beat 21, so I'll just let Beth take it.
That's a natural 20 as well, so.
Baphomet, you see your little cat friend climbing up the tree, trying to be sneaky about it.
Yeah, get down here. I'm gonna try.
Did you literally just give me away?
Yes. Well, not
Okay.
like. Okay, no, I guess she's like. Which are you? How far away are you? Did you just skitter off into a tree next to us?
No, so basically the way I'm imagining it is there's wooded areas either side of the path. In their minds, none of the people in the caravan know that Nya is there.
No, I'm calling you out.
Nya doesn't reply. I mean, has anyone in the caravan spotted?
You got a dwarf looking at you.
Heck.
Think very carefully.
Yep.
You can see his hand is slightly hovering near his weapon.
If you do that, then yeah, like I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. Go, it's quite fine. She likes to be tall.
Yeah, she likes to get up in high places and look down at the situation.
Yeah. Fine. Nya is going to sulkingly emerge, just skitter down the tree and pop up next to.
No, just sit on my shoulder. You like it up there. You like the height.
Cat eyes narrow at Pan. Fine. I guess I will buy 2 healing potions while I'm here then. And I'm just going to rummage in their pouch and flick out 2 coins and catch them in the air.
Indeed. Thank you. Takes it. Is there anything else that I can get you?
Well, I was wondering if you have anything that's a little more exotic in terms of potions, if you know what I mean.
What more exotic than a storm giant strength and potion of making bigger?
Collective eyebrow raising.
Yeah, you know, stuff that you couldn't maybe be able to sell within the town.
Oh, illicit substances.
Illicit.
Yeah, have you got anything illegal that we could purchase?
We don't buy illegal things here.
Not if the guards ask.
No, we really shouldn't. We don't want to get in trouble.
Give me a persuasion.
Persuasion? Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, that's charisma. Oh no. Oh, 14.
Well, given your combined roll,
Meow.
Oh,
That's
bloody hell.
17. Jun.
You can't roll because you didn't say anything.
I can make cat eyes.
doing the whole the Puss in Boots
Persuasive
thing where he
body
takes the hat off, it's like,
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Eyes get bigger.
That folds her arms and looks very annoyed at this obvious crime going on in front of her.
We stole a book.
you see how he pinches the bridge of his nose for a minute. He's like, I might have one thing, and you hear him tap the bottom of his cart before you hear a compartment go sproink as it pops open.
Oh, we're going to look around and make sure there's
Wow.
no guards. Yeah.
The guards are, they know what's going on, but they seem to be complacent in it.
No, I meant like city guards. Sorry, not the
You're
caravan
out
guards.
of the city limits, so you're fine.
Ah, that's fine.
And that compartment was on the outside of the cart.
No, well, yes, kind of. It was. He hit something on the side of his cart, and it popped open in the center apartment, like the center of his inside of his cart. He reaches in and pulls out something and opens it, and then he pulls out what looks like something that is very glittery.
Ooh. Kroll sort of like nudges Pan and sort of points at it.
Rolls her eyes and goes, "What is it?" Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't get. Oh.
This will give you the power of magic for a short duration. However, it's unpredictable magic.
It's all right. We're unpredictable people.
Ooh, it's like a wild card potion.
So when you say it gives you magic, could you like define that a little more?
Well,
With the word magic being rather nebulous and indescriptive.
when you take it, a few spells will come into your mind, and you will be able to use them for about a day before it fades away. However,
How much?
well, it'll cost you 5 gold.
Give me!
Wait, do you have 5 gold?
Yeah, exactly 5 gold.
All right. He smiles and hands you the small baggie of it before taking your gold.
A small baggie of it.
It's a one-time use kind of thing.
I have taken the drugs, and now I am a wizard.
I must warn you, though, you've got to be careful when you use this. It can do some random side effects whenever you use a spell,
Okay.
so be aware of that.
Fantastic.
Careful with that one.
Excellent.
That's only for emergencies. That's the emergency sparkle glitter.
Yes, it's my emergency magic cocaine. I get it.
Right.
You snort this, right?
Eat it, snort it, inject it.
While,
I
while
don't
they're
care.
talking, Nyaz can see if she can surreptitiously get a better look at everything that's inside that secret compartment without moving.
Perception roll.
Hiya!
This has been the best magic potion playing session.
That's a 13 for looking.
You see a lot of, files, different colors and such, but you having no experience with potions that well, or very little experience, you could tell, like, from what you saw from him, he's got more healing potions. Some that are a little bigger files, so you could tell maybe those might be stronger variants. There are, other potions that are glowing and flickering with light, but otherwise there wasn't, you can't really make out what the other potions are. But it's stocked full of them.
Interesting.
I've always wondered what RJ would be like playing a thief, and the answer is infuriating.
Hey, I'm not stealing, I'm just examining the potential for stealing.
Literally chasing a joint.
So,
Well, that seems like I think we've all got everything we need, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll do.
healing potions and a baggie of cocaine. Fantastic.
It's not cocaine, it's sparkle
Mhm.
glitter.
Yeah, that's what I tell the police too.
I lean down to the dwarf. You don't really snort that, right? That's not what you do that, right?
any way you get it inside you, it will work.
Okay. You could just but
Okay.
thank you. Have a good day in the market.
Thank you.
Yes, best of luck to you, fellow travellers. Thank you for your business.
And you see he reaches over and presses down on it to close the compartment before closing up his shop and starting to head back on the road with his guards.
Yards.
Damien's over there like, well, that was exciting.
Yes,
I'd
fantastic.
like you to note the admirable restraint that Nya showed in not contriving their plan.
Yes, very well done.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations, V.
You only stopped because we caught you stealing.
Mm-hmm.
Glares at Pan.
We're not going to be running around randomly stealing things. I did some research last night, and that's called murder hoboing, and it's not good. And
It's not murder hoboing, it's only murder hoboing if you murder them.
That's a really short
Yeah, it's
term.
thief hoboing. Come on.
Well, the guy I was watching on the HoloNot said that people who do that usually win a lot. Wait, no, that's
Oh.
Right, and
Good, right?
Pandora's gone off to think for a second. Is that right?
is she having a consciousness crisis because she's a paladin?
Yeah. She's gone and watched like the most like toxic D&D players.
Oh no.
Ugh.
All right.
But she does give one of the potions to David.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, shall we?
Yes, let's proceed. I'm excited to use this. And he waves the baggie before squirting it away somewhere in his body.
Just don't let the mouse eat it.
Yeah, vanishes back into the undergrowth to sulk.
And I think that is where we're going to leave it for now.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for listening to Cosmopunk. We're available on Spotify, iTunes, all the regulars, and be sure to check out our Twitter for updates. That's at CosmopunkPod. And if you like what you're hearing, give us a good rating on iTunes. Maybe come and let us know on the Discord server. Link in the description. Once again, thank you so much for listening, and we'll be seeing you in 2 weeks. Till then, shoot straight and roll high.